Alright, back with another one. This video I'm reacting to is Prettyboyfredo revealing the truth about everything.
2022, I decided to take on a brand new journey and fulfill my dreams of creating my very first reality TV show called The Reality Game Show House. Being that this was my first time ever creating something of this magnitude, I faced so
Like it would have been fire if you'd put it out.
many different problems and challenges along the way. One, initially working with a production team back in May who basically wasted my entire time, my money,
Ebola.
and my energy for months and putting me in a position where it took over 6 months of my life to even get my reality show out. I had planned to get it out in June because of all the...
Now they say that he be scamming people. There's a lot of allegations out, or like people just jumping up the woodworks and saying like, oh, you don't pay people their money, and he be trying to like act shady and trying to like get over on people. Like, like the people that he worked with, and that he will so-called recruit into SSH, basically. So basically he's explaining why, giving his behalf on the allegations.
complications I was dealing with from this specific situation that I did not end up releasing my show until November, causing not only the interest in my show to drop, but also the engagement on my channel to drop and hinder a lot of the success that I was planning to have in 2022 to come to a fail. But even then, that wasn't even the worst part of my reality show crisis. After everything that I had gone through with the crisis with this production team, still was able to get the show out through a different production team. Episodes come out, quality of my show is amazing. We got
Definitely TV quality type.
Closer to the ending of the show, I came up with this amazing plot for the final episode of my reality show. The last episode would have been in December, and I love doing Vlogmas. Thought to myself, hand in hand, it might be a great idea. Unknowingly, I fly the winners out from the reality show to my home. I find a way to mastermind a plan to get the max engagement for their socials, YouTube, give them the experience that they need so that when they actually win the show, they have the tools and everything necessary to carry out their dreams of being a YouTuber. And on the 25th day of Vlogmas, with the great news that they were the winner of my show and surprised them with $10,000. But that never happened because we never actually made it to the 25th day.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Watch this.
On these,
I feel like because a lot of times he does have passion to help out up and coming YouTubers and people that want to live out their dreams and stuff. I feel like he overwhelms himself and he tries to take on too much that he probably that maybe he feel like he can handle or think he can handle, but really, and all in all, there won't be no way to really know unless shit plays out, because people are people. So you're gonna want to encourage them and want and have this vision for them to like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna help them do that. Like I know they could be and do what I can do, but you don't know that because everybody is different.
December 13, 2022, I was doing a 24-hour live stream on YouTube. While I was live streaming inside one of my most vulnerable places, my home, one of the contestants from the show took it upon themselves as I was doing a 24-hour live stream to go behind my back, steal thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of items out of my home while I was live streaming. They were in my closet, in my laundry, like a fucking pig, like a rat.
Oh, there he go in the window reflection.
In my laundry, stealing things from my home as I'm doing my job entertaining my support. Because I was doing a 24-hour live stream, it left me very vulnerable where I couldn't keep my eyes.
Most of his time was on the live stream, so it's like they had time to really wander and around, but it's like, yeah, okay, shit like that does happen when you even niggas that you real close with, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That happens, and people get like that over material things sometimes. Like if they don't, oh shit, I want to wear this shit. Maybe fuck that, I'm taking it. Like people niggas do think like that. So.
Eyes on too many things at that time. Also, this person was leaving for a flight as I was streaming. So basically, as I'm streaming and I'm doing a 24-hour live stream, they walk away from the stream. They're going through my stuff, stealing my stuff, packing it into their luggage. By the time their flight comes, I still have about like 4 hours left of my stream, and they leave in the midst of me doing the 24-hour live stream. This person was already staying at my home for almost 2 weeks at this point. Tons of cameras in my house. The last thing I'm thinking is that somebody would be that stupid and ends up leaving. I end up finishing the live stream, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and when I go on social media, I literally see this kid in my clothes as he's in another city. I go to my closet and notice that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of things stolen. Balenciaga, Gucci, Louis, so many items that I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, clothes. Like you put no money, no nothing, just clothes. Like, and some niggas, it's fucked up. But like even like some of my friends that I still have to this day, like we get like that, like, oh, yo, I'm wearing it, and they were like. And then it's like, this your man, so it's like, man, fuck it. Like, you don't really want to be like that with clothes, but it's just like, and then they wear your shit, and it's like, niggas don't give it back. I done did the same with my niggas, like, yo, I'm holding these down, but you always gotta get permission and ask first, like, yo, let me, and then you don't take a whole bunch of shit. Like, you could have just took, like, all right, let me just hold this Balenciaga, let me let them know, like, yo, yeah, I just took this shit, but like, nigga. I really, I'm bringing that shit right back, nigga. And then if, you know what I'm saying? Because you give it, you letting them know, like you holding this down. You know it's like clothing, so you feel like, all right, let me just, like, you know what I'm saying? But you still gotta let niggas know, though.
I couldn't believe that someone would be so selfish and so stupid. Not only steal my fucking shit.
And you gotta kind of offer that shit back, or be like, all right, or give something in return, like, all right, yo, the next time come around, you come, you know what I'm saying, bearing gifts, like, yeah, you can hold this shit down, because, you know what I'm saying, like, nigga, anything you want that I got now that I'm up, nigga, you can just take that.
Shit, but then have the nerve to wear it on social media the next day.
Coming soon, like I said, this fuck that boy. Until I come get his shit back. Till I come get his shit back, twin.
Oh, nah, yeah, this is, okay, this is different. He on some shit like, man, I'm taking it, fuck this nigga. Yeah, he already said, fuck this nigga, type shit. And they didn't grow up together, so Fred, bro. You want to incorporate new niggas, but it seems like he want to really help out people. Like, he just, but you put yourself in a position where it's like, niggas can snake you and shit like that. Like, you want to help niggas out, but it's just like, and that's what it looks like you kind of doing. It's like, and it's fucked up because where he comes from and shit like that, he probably like, damn, I had it so hard, I grinded, and it's like, I just want, like, you know what I'm saying? I want that for others and shit like that. I want to put them on, I want to put them in position, and like, but the way that he probably envisions it for other people is just like, they look at it like, man, this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, not doing what he said he was gonna do. Like, he probably, like, he just filling his plate too much, like, giving niggas too much promises that he can't keep, but not because he don't want to, but just because shit isn't going how he's enthusiastic about it is.
Broke ass nigga, that nigga broke, that nigga bitch, that nigga bummy as fuck.
Mind you, this is someone for 2 weeks I took care of like a fucking kid. Like my fucking son can care of every single expense this kid had while he was here at my home. Let them stay for free at my home here in New York City, and they had the nerve to steal from me. And on top of that, had the nerve to lie about this shit as well. To say that I didn't buy flights, say that I didn't purchase food and didn't take care of travel and all these things.
Hold on, I wanna rewind that back and just look at much you pay? 60. A little shit like that. Yeah, a little shit you're throwing.
Say that I didn't purchase food and didn't take care of travel and all these things. A bunch of fucking lies because they knew exactly what the fuck they did. They knew that this was their last opportunity to cash out.
I wonder if this is for. I wonder if this is before him and Tolo situation, because maybe that has maybe somewhat to do with why he just feel like, oh, niggas just want to just maybe get me for my money or get me for what I have. I'm trusting niggas that help me out or work with me and do me a favor or work with me per se, and niggas might be just trying to take advantage and get over. So I just took a loss with this. You know what I'm saying? With this other character, and so now I'm just a little bit more cautious now.
Because once this shit came out, it was fucking over. And the even more messed up part about it is that the kid won my reality show. This was the winner for the $10,000 for my reality game show. Show that I worked my fucking ass off for. Spent over $100,000 investing into. 6 months of my life of blood, sweat, and tears. This was my winner. This fucking thief. This pig, this rat, was the winner of my reality game show. It's me in an even worse position, because now I didn't even want to release the final episode of my show. Why the fuck would I release the final episode of my show when the winner is a thief? I didn't want to give him that luxury and that opportunity to be looked at as a champion or as a winner, because you're not. You're a pig, you're a thief, you're a liar, you deserve everything.
So he's saying he released all the episodes of the reality show. I don't know if he did on YouTube or OnlyFans, like Blueface or whatever, but I don't know. I don't remember seeing it. I don't know if it's on his Twitch or his Patreon or somewhere else or a different platform, but I would want to see it. I ain't gonna lie. And I thought he was maybe gonna drop it on YouTube. I don't know why, but now that I'm thinking about it, he probably dropped it on like another platform. Sure.
Bad that's gonna come to you. For the longest, I had to deal with this shit. I had to deal with just being silent about it all. Because now the plans of my show is absolutely ruined. Everything that I worked my ass off for months is ruined. I'm feeling like a complete failure at this point. And the only thing that I was simply waiting on, bro, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the only thing I was waiting for this motherfucker to get arrested. Because this nigga stole so much shit, ended up calling the police, had the police come to my house. Because the amount of stuff that this person stole is worth thousands. I'm telling you, thousands and thousands and thousands.
Yeah, Balenciaga shit is damn near rack. You know, damn near around the rack. And shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? If he stole like 20 items, nigga, that's like 20 racks.
Thousands of dollars. This person has a warrant out for their arrest. They are facing felony charges. I was waiting this entire time for this person to be arrested. But the way warrants work is by state, okay? So he committed the crime here in New York City. If you ever come back to New York City, my nigga, you done. You're banned from New York. You can never come back. If you come back, my nigga...
Let me read it. Your case is closed on my end. We have enough probable cause to make the arrest. It was forwarded to our warrant section to locate and apprehend him. However, he is not in New York. It may be a while before he gets arrested.
You probably go on the records. If you know anything about warrants, they don't really work out of state like that. Unless it's like a murder case or some type of big time case, they're not gonna cross state lines to try to go find you. It's just not gonna happen. But I've been waiting this entire time for this nigga to get arrested. He hasn't gotten arrested yet. Your time is coming. He's in Houston, Texas. Your time is coming. And I cannot wait until that day comes. Because you just...
In his case is racks, but it's like, you guys just tuck that shit, man. Just be a little bit more like fortunate and get to know people. I don't know. It just seems like ever since you infiltrated a lot of new other niggas, like it seems like you've been going through all these extra problems. I mean, you probably still was going through some problems with Keys and I don't know, and Malik and all the niggas in the beginning, but it just seemed like, they was definitely more. Yeah, I mean, you probably could trust them way more than other niggas that you bring around and shit like that. And they look more trustworthy as far as like they knew like, all right, they was around you and you had the nice shit or whatever, and they was just probably just humble and just was like, all right, they had their own little shit going on and probably was just like, I'm gonna just wait for my turn, but yeah, you gotta just be more cautious. Like, I don't know.
You deserve every single karma that comes your way. I took you into my home. I took care of your flights. I took care of your expenses. Even his flight going home, I took care of. I took care of everything. Food, everything. Then this nigga had the nerve to go on social media, splurge a shit ton of lies out of his fucking mouth, knowing goddamn well what he did. Knowing goddamn well he stole from my fucking home. But splurge the lies because you know why? All the fake shit and all the lies that all these people splurge out of their damn mouth with no receipts, no facts, no nothing gets far more views, far more engagement than real. February 3rd, okay? I go on Instagram and this motherfucker, like I really, this nigga's so stupid. The nigga's still wearing my shit on Instagram. Literally, this is my Balenciaga hoodie. No joke, he has it as his profile picture. This nigga had the nerve to flex and wear my shit like it's his home. The nigga's so stupid, yo.
Nah, he might not just be stupid. He might just be on some shit like, man, this nigga ain't gonna do nothing about it type shit. And these certain niggas, and unfortunately, like you a humble nigga, and you don't gotta portray that image or nothing like that. But it's just like niggas will take advantage of that and be like, man, he ain't gonna do nothing. Like, he ain't gonna really fight or behind that shit. He ain't gonna dress me about it. He ain't gonna get on no gangster shit with niggas. So fuck that, man. Like, so that's what he doing.
Wearing this shit on social media, the police is just sitting here collecting that evidence the whole entire time. This entire time, every single day, this nigga wearing my shit, he flexing my shit, and police is just collecting evidence. You are one stupid ass nigga, even to this day. February 3rd, still wearing my shit. The reason why I could not put out that ending of that show. I could not, bro. I felt like a huge fucking failure. And the last thing I wanted to do was make this motherfucker look better. Hell no. I genuinely gave this kid all I can have. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do all these great. I didn't have to do any of these things. I didn't have to fly him out to my home. I had to take care of him. I had to take him to 5-star restaurants, snowboard, all of this crazy.
You see? I don't know if you're saying this because you upset with the nigga, but okay, I was taking care of this nigga, and you know what I'm saying? With, that could rub, people the wrong way if, you know what I'm saying, if you're doing them a favor or you looking out, you know what I'm saying, verbiage, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking care of this nigga and shit like that, so he feel like, oh, you feel like you take, like you, like big shit, like you taking care, like I can't do shit on my, like I can't be out here and shit like that, like you kind of making him, the way you say shit, too, can rub people the wrong way and make them like, man, like you could say like, oh, I was looking out for him. That's all right. I'm looking out for you right now until you build your platform up and you get up there and then you could just do your, you know what I'm saying? It's like verbiage too. So I don't know. We can't see what's going on behind closed doors, but it's just like, you gotta, how you say things too could make somebody feel some type of way, even if that's not really your intentions to make them feel that way.
Shit that this nigga would have never experienced. I didn't have to do any of that stuff, and I did that shit out of the good of my heart. And I never asked for anything in return. I never asked for no money. I never asked for nothing. I never asked this person one time to dig in their pocket, not one time. If he needed anything, he could have asked me, he would have gotten it. And this is a prime example why celebrities, influencers, big people with money, all right, don't help. This is why you can't help everybody, bro. And this is why they don't help everybody, because of people just like this.
Now, I would say, don't change who you are and shit like that. If that's who you are, then keep doing that to help people. But just guard yourself and just do it from a distance. Do the same with advice, and just, you gotta let somebody show you more than what you willing to give them, basically. Like saying like as if like I don't know, man. That's tricky because like you like it, I don't know, because like you incorporating niggas with your shit. So look, so in their minds maybe they feel like, oh, he need me type shit, but he trying to flip it as if he's doing me a favor and he's putting me on. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what it's looking like on the outside. Everybody's trying to figure out like what is the two? Like which one is it? Like is it like he needs people and he's kind of like trying to recruit as much people and build your brand up, like SSH is this big, you know what I'm saying, movement, or is it like you trying to make it seem like, or you know what I'm saying, like you're like it just looks like that on the outside looking in, like that it looks like you got these guys and like you're using them to just build your platform up, and you trying to make it seem like, oh, and offer them things like, oh yeah, this and this, and you could be out exactly where I am, like every single, and that may not be realistic, and you know what I'm saying, and then if they're still seeing you gain more than what they're gaining, then that's how it'll come off, and then it'll just be like, man, like, you know, and that's probably a lot of where your trouble is, like, you have it.
9 times out of 10, they trying to figure out some way, somehow to take advantage of you in your pockets. See, once you say a little bit of no, or you just stop doing a little bit of stuff for them, they'll turn your back on you so fucking quick and say that you never even did something for them.
Yeah, because, well, I'm not gonna say because, but it might be based on what you're saying to them and what you're maybe promising them that should happen to, or that's going to happen for them in their career, or just with you guys' partnership. Is like, if you know, it's like once you stop, all right, you start doing this, so they think like this is part of, okay, this is just part of me, me contributing to what you got going on. Like this is where I maybe deserve, because this is, you know, I'm showing up to these you know, video shoots and stuff like that. We filming, making content, and all this, and my presence is being a part, or whatever you need me to do, how you need me to do it, and things like that. Like, okay, we both, like, you're kind of using me, not using, but, you know what I'm saying, we're partnered in this thing together, and it's like, this is what's making the money, or making, you know, so they might feel like, okay, this is just what, you know what I'm saying, what this is kind of just what I deserve, you know what I'm saying, or what I'm getting out of it, if I'm not getting a lot or as much as they think and feel like you're getting out of it. So
and that shit is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Even the nigga went off and made a YouTube video saying that I went through this nigga phone and all this extra bullshit just for views, bro. Y'all niggas on YouTube, y'all need to start seeing through these peons doing all this weird fake shit for views and content. Can't go on YouTube splurging lives doing all this shit and thinking that there's no consequences.
And I agree, because just like how I just said, like, you probably could have just tucked in and just, you know what I'm saying, and just look to see what you watch out for, and just watch out for, you know what I'm saying, if it happens next time, or so it won't happen again, or the next time. And they should do the same. It's just like, all right, if they feel like, you know, what they feel about you, they should just be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, like, if anything, I did get the exposure just by even being around you and just being a part of this. So it's like, let me just tuck certain shit and just do, like, somewhat of my own thing and shit like that. Like, but unfortunately, fans and supporters, they're supporters of everybody. So it's like they're gonna head up, yo, what happened, and what is this, and oh, and they're gonna make up little rumors and comments and shit like that, and make up their own little stories of what could happen, or who was the snake, or who was the problem, or whatever the case may be. So it kind of pushes them probably to have a response, or to explain their frustrations you know what I'm saying, towards you, basically. So, that's what I think too, is just like, you know, but people want to know what's going on. So, and if they're already frustrated, they're going to air the shit out like, yo, this is what's been going on and shit like that. But, for one thing what I can say is that you did get every one of them a platform and a voice or to know who they are, because even me, like I first start seeing you do your thing, then you had mainly Malik and Keith in your videos. Those are the two main, you know, people I start seeing, and Darion, of course, but that's like your childhood bro. So it's like them three, and then you incorporated Keith's cousin. I forget his name and shit like that, and I start seeing him, and then Bari, and then like you know what I'm saying, and that was like, you know, your first little four that I really remember seeing and shit like that. So that's how, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna front, that's how I got to know, like, all right, who was everybody in SSH and who's everybody. So when you start bringing people in, it's like they did gain notoriety from SSH, whether it's yours or whether it's you make people feel like, all right, this is our shit. But even if you started it, so that's tricky, because it's like, you know, so yeah, they should be humbled and grateful just for that, especially if you do little small stuff and little things for them. Is like but you gotta know how to just say what it is. You should be like, alright, this is just for you to get exposure and shit like that. It's so much that I'm gonna be able to do for you, but at some point you gotta be able to know how to do certain things on your own, where it's like you get the flights and you pay for this, and we traveling, we going here, and we renting cars, or however you do, you know, your YouTube videos. It's like you gotta communicate, and that's mainly what it is. It's like, but I don't know.
Also, like, the really fucked up part is that in one of the last episodes for my reality show, man, I was very vulnerable. You know, I talked about some things that I had never even felt before, bro. Like, no joke. Like, it's some things that y'all don't even know about me and my experiences that I shared in that last episode, and I just simply wasn't ready to share with you guys, you know? After all this drama and all this bullshit, all these lies and all this stuff, I finally got to a point I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm ready to face this shit with the world, you know, win or fail, because at the end of the day, I'm just blessed to be in this position by God. I'm blessed to be able to just have the opportunity to do this stuff. And moving forward, I just ask you guys to stop jumping at every fucking thing that you see online. You do not know the full story. Stop pointing the...
I agree with that. That's why it's like, me reacting to this, I'm not saying, oh, what is, I'm just giving both perspectives on I could see how maybe they feel about you, and I could see how maybe you feel, as far as, yo, I'm extending and lending a hand for you to kind of be a part of something that could really help you get exposure to where, if you do want to branch off, or if you want to have other things or other streams of income in other ways, to where, you know what I'm saying, you'll have more opportunities to do that. And so I see both sides, and I don't even think it's really a blame thing. I just think it's like just miscommunication, or in a lot of just maybe because this is SSH is your thing. Like you know, you created, you started, and it from what I know is, on the outside looking in, is that you incorporated, you know, other people and other members, as I'll say, into it. So it's like, you maybe feel like you have more of the leadership role on and say on how things go, or certain things to just keep it tight or strict, and you know, so maybe that is mainly the conflict, to where it's like you try to make it as equal as possible as it should be, but it's still, again, like you still want it to be like, all right, a certain way, or like you still kind of maybe are put in a position to tell them what they should or should not do, or what they can and cannot do, stuff like that. And they might feel like, damn, like, why are you trying to control, you know what I'm saying, or why you got so much problems with this and that, and now they feel like you know what I'm saying, like you like feel like you above them in a certain way. So it's like, and that might not be your intention, but it's just like, maybe you just gotta find a balance of like, okay, let me just look at everybody's shit and what they say, and then see where a miscommunication could have happened, to where it's like, it's making them feel like I ain't doing this, or I'm not doing that, or you know what I'm saying, like, so I don't know, man. And then there's like, I'm seeing like, you know, you do things by paperwork and shit like that to make sure shit is right, but it's just like, you gotta make sure you don't fill your plate up with too much shit. And it look on the outside looking in, do look like you do that, and that's probably what makes you not be able to do maybe what, you know, they saying he didn't do. Oh, he said he was gonna do this. No, he's this, and he don't have this, and like you know what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know if maybe you just wanna maybe look like you alright, and gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, or you gotta just be like, all right, this is what I have and this is what I don't have, and like, I'm not, or you might be just doing things on based off, I know I'm gonna get this in a certain amount of time because I've been getting this. But it's just like, if you don't have, you know, like you said, you paid for editors and shit like that, and then they wasn't able to do it, so you paid them for no reason, and you gotta, so now you in a hole. So it's like certain shit like that, to where it's like, all right, now that'll take away from what you maybe gotta do for other members, or blase or whatever. But it's just like, you gotta just know, like, okay, I'm not gonna promise this unless I know I have it, or I know, like, or I have other money to put shit aside for if some shit happen, like a technical difficulty type shit happens. So
blame that YouTubers and influencers and celebrities and not knowing the depth of things and always thinking that we have a bad heart. There are some people that actually care. I move with a good heart. I move with good intentions. When I do stuff, I want to see people win.
And I'm saying that to say this because I know you got your money to invest back into the business and into the brand, and then you got your regular bills that you pay and your family and all this shit. So it's like that's to the side. That's two separate things. It's like, all right, it's this and it's that, and then so I understand where you coming from. It's like, yo, I'm not dipping into this for that, or I'm not taking too much away from this for this. And y'all gotta pull your own weight in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I want to see people grow. I want to see people be able to experience things that they never even thought was possible. Because when I look at people who don't have much, I see a reflection of myself. I really lost hope in SSH. I lost hope in it. I lost hope in myself. I'm gonna share this with y'all because I just want to let y'all know. I want you to know my pain. In February, I had thoughts of suicide. A man with so much money and power and family, how could I ever get to that point?
The final episode of the reality game show House will premiere tonight or tomorrow. Alright, so I want to say this. Alright. He probably, what I think, on my perspective on what he said, is he probably was just getting overwhelmed with this shit, just trying to make it, like, one thing if I could say to him, if he was ever listening or whatever, like, you don't gotta make everything look so glitz and glimmer and so perfect all the time. Just go back to the basics. Do what I'm doing. Like, just, you know what I'm saying, where you just talking and shit and just venting and getting shit back off your chest and shit about certain shit, because the SSA shit is not over, bro. Everybody coming at you and shit like that. You still got a following. You still got supporters. So even if you're not as big, that doesn't mean you went anywhere. Because what does that mean when you the most lit, the most popular, the most famous, the most like that's nigga, you already, you know what I'm saying, you stamped yourself already, bro. Like you don't need to get the most. I mean, yeah, for the money aspect, but it's just like if you can just be alright, people still gonna listen to what you're saying, or have to, or wanna. They're gonna want to tune in to what you're saying because it's real shit. Everybody goes through life. Everybody goes through shit. So it's like you didn't go nowhere, bro. You didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, you probably needed a break from the shit like you originally wanted to do when you said you was quitting YouTube. You made the video and everybody was like, oh, shit, like, oh. And then you actually still was posting, videos. So that goes to show that you was dealing with that shit that far back, and you still was going. You still was going to, like, you was in the city and shit like that in Manhattan and doing little, you know what I'm saying, little vlogs and interact with the people and stuff like that. Like, I remember, everybody remembers when you was like, yeah, I'm about to quit this shit, or whatever else you wanted to do that was other than YouTube that maybe you tapped into, that you got other, but you didn't go nowhere, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like what you doing now. Just explaining certain shit, what's going on, and explaining how you feel, bro. Because maybe it took all of this to really get it out, like, what's really going on with you, like, and you're showing everybody in the world, like, no matter how big you got, no matter how happy you are, and when you got a family, bro, niggas go through shit to where they just, like, yo, I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is real, like, so people that maybe aren't in your position, and so that feels like that with no money, it goes to show, like, damn, you could accomplish all these things and go through all these things and still feel like, what the fuck is going on, or like, who am I, and still get lost and still get discouraged and shit like that. So I feel like you did a powerful thing just now, and you know what I'm saying, keep going, take some space for yourself, bro. Like, if you said this was back then, so this may not be how you feel now, but it's just like, stop worrying about trying to, all right, let me get this guy and we can make this the best. Just make sure it's genuine and make sure it's a strong foundation, and it won't go nowhere. So that's my opinion on it. Just like that, man. I'm probably react to another one, so I'll pack it in.